Hello, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm doing something a bit different. I thought you might be getting a little bit bored of the vlogs. Today we are going to be talking Dior makeup and Dior prices and whether it's worth it. So I have popped in all the Dior products that I own into this bag and I'm going to try and do as much of my makeup with only Dior products. I really only started getting into Dior makeup probably about a year ago. Was always more of a Charlotte Tilbury girl, but I started to get a few bits as like gifts for birthdays and Christmas, and then started to pick up a few bits myself. Really have loved using the brand. But I'm not gonna lie, some things have a hefty price tag. I'm gonna let you know what I think of these products and whether I think they're worth it. So let's get straight into it. And we're gonna go from the very start and go through each step. We're gonna start with the cleanser. This is the Dior Prestige cleanser. This is new to me. I only picked this up the other day when I went to the Dior masterclass. It's been recommended to me, so I wanted to give it a try. I want to talk price first. So for a cleanser, it is pretty steep. This is £85, which I feel is pretty on the heavy side for a cleanser. It is very good. I've been a CeraVe girl for a while. It's nice, quick and easy. Pop Superdrug and grab one. It's worked for me, and it's also very cheap. But I have to say, the last few days I've been using this. It is a dream. It is a dream to use. You need the tiniest amount, like I'd say just a little bit bigger than a pea size amount, and it literally foams your entire face. It smells incredible. Honestly, my skin just feels amazing each and every single time I use this. However, I did buy this with a voucher that I had for my birthday. Would I buy it out of my own actual money? I don't know. Love it, but I just don't know if I could bring myself to spend £85 on a cleanser. If you've got the money, by all means, go and get this. But I do feel it is a steep step. What I will say is though, I can see this lasting a very long time purely because of the amount you need. It's literally the tiniest amount. Moving on to the next product. And I have a feeling you're going to be shocked when I tell you the price of these. Again, this is from the Prestige range, which I do think is one of their most expensive ranges. This is the Advanced Serum. This is the lotion. This came in a set with a little, I'd say about that big pot of moisturizer. Beautiful products. It came in a little gift set, a little cute gold box, which was really stunning. I actually kept the box for so long and then realized I'm not actually going to do anything with it. So anyway, the gift set was given to me as a present. The set is £450. I'm not one to tell people what to spend their money on, but for me that is like a month's worth of food shopping. I just feel like they've really outpriced people. I can't sit here and judge. If I had that kind of money, I'd be buying it. But I don't. So I have been using these sparingly, and I have had this for nearly 2 years now. Moisturiser went pretty quickly, but I think I was overdoing it. You can buy these separate. I think it works out cheaper though to get them in the set. So £450. I personally wouldn't buy it for myself just because I just couldn't justify that sort of money. The product itself though is so nice, and I love the Prestige range. Everything is just so luxurious, smells amazing, it feels amazing, and that's why it has got not quite as an amazing price tag. You pay for what you get. So I believe that the Prestige range and like these products in particular are really there to help plump your skin, help to get rid of fine lines. It's all kind of around your anti-aging. That's what they're focusing on. It's supposed to give you glowier, smoother and more radiant skin, which I don't know if you can see straight away, but with the tiniest bit you've already got that glow there. They are, honestly, they are stunning products. I just need somebody else to buy me another one. Next up we have the Forever Glow Star Filter. So this is actually 24-hour hydration, and I actually use this as like a primer to go under my foundation. It gives a really beautiful glow. This as well is definitely something that you could pop on for holiday and use as almost like a skin tint. I'm trying so hard not to get this on my bed. I'm just going to blend that all out. So yeah, I tend to pop this on before my foundation, but you can also mix it in with your foundation. And it says that this is supposed to bring out the natural glow of bare skin, boost radiance. And you can also use it after putting your foundation on, so you can use it as almost like a highlighter. And now I've just got on obviously the serum and then a bit of the Forever Glow Star Filter. This is £45, which I don't think is too bad. I would pay that and I would repurchase this 100%. I do need this in a slightly darker shade. I feel like 2 is a tad too light. So onto foundation. I have actually got two to show you. So this is the stick foundation. Then this one is the Forever foundation, which again says no transfer, 24-hour foundation, higher perfection, is SPF 20. So these are both roughly around the same price, so around £40 to £50 depending on where you buy them from, which again I think is very reasonable. I would pay that. I'm pretty sure all the other foundations that I've been using from other brands have been around that mark as well. Which one do I like the best? I'm going to say the stick. I'm not a huge fan on this one, hence why it was still in the box. This one, obviously it depends on how you like to do your makeup. Some people like full coverage. I am a bit more now of a light coverage type of girl. Well, light to medium. This is just a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too thick, feel a little bit cakey in it, but that's just my personal preference, and that's just because I like to wear more of a lighter foundation now. When I was younger, I would have worn this every day. I'd probably slept in it. But now I'm a bit older, I like to go with something a little bit lighter. So if you're a full coverage type of girl, then definitely try that one out. I fully expected this to be like really drying, only because I hadn't really tried the stick foundations before, but honestly I fell in love with it straight away. Not overly sure how long it's gonna last. It doesn't look like the biggest amount. We will see. Really nice and easy to blend out. One thing I will say is about this, I do feel when you first put it on, it looks slightly orangey. I panicked about when I first put it on, but it's one of those where it kind of adjusts as you carry on doing your makeup. It's really strange. It seems to look better as time goes on. Obviously, I want you all to know as well, this is coming from a point of view of somebody that is absolutely not a makeup artist. I'm just a 30-year-old mom. I like to have nice makeup. In different brands, these are just what works for me. You are going from a liquid foundation to a stick foundation. It does still take a little bit getting used to blending it out properly. Even though honestly it's really soft and creamy and lovely to blend in, I still feel like it just takes that little bit extra time to do. So yeah, that was the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Face Stick in 3N. Then I am going in with a contour stick. This is the Skin Contour in 0210. This is around about £46. I don't love it yet. I don't know why, because I do love the stick foundation, but I don't love this yet. I have been a Refi cream bronzer kind of girl for a while now, and I'm struggling to come away from that. I feel like I'm cheating on it. I also feel that for a contour stick to be the same sort of price as the foundation stick is a bit steep. I would expect to pay a bit less, probably more around £30, £20 to £30 I'm happy paying. It's still a nice product. Oh, I've just stabbed the lid with it. It is a really beautiful colour as well. I just feel like this takes a little bit more effort blending out than my Refi one. My face looks a really funny colour on here, and I just can't see properly because it's on the camera. I'm not loving it. I'm just not loving it. I feel like it would be good if you're having one of those get readies where you've got loads of time to really sit and focus on it, and I'm a busy mom, I just don't. Like, it takes me a lot more time to blend in. I'm not overly keen on the price. It's a lovely colour and it is a lovely product, but this one's not for me. Just going to pop a bit of this Refi over this here because I've made a big gap now. I don't actually have any Dior concealer, so I'm just going to pop some concealer on quick. Next up, we have the Forever Glow Maximizer. So I use this as a blusher. I have this in the shade Rosy. Just go and buy it. Please just buy it. I love it. I absolutely love this product. So this is a little bit more like a subtle liquid blush compared to like the Rare Beauty that I've got here. That is quite, if that makes sense. You know what that means? It is not down as a blush. It's down as like a illuminator. It's more of, well, yeah, an illuminator, because that's what it is. When I went to store, the lady actually told me to try one of the other colours on my eyelid and use it as almost like an eyeshadow, and it was stunning. So I literally just pop a few dots on, quite buildable I would say as well. But it just gives you the most gorgeous glowy cheeks. This also comes in all of these different colours there, and it's £36, which again I actually think that's very reasonable. Any higher maybe not. Shame my face looks so smooth and my neck looks so not smooth. Quickly popping on some setting powder. I don't have from Dior. I don't actually even know if they do a setting powder. Another little new product I picked up was the bronzer. It's in the shade 4. It just says warm matte. This is £48, which I feel is a little bit steep for a bronzer. I got it obviously with a voucher. Not sure whether I would pay that much for this again, because I just feel like there's so many good options out there that are probably a bit cheaper. It is honestly stunning though. It is really, really nice. Oh, I don't know, that is a difficult one. I do really like it. This is a highlighter. I think this was a limited edition one at Christmas, so I'm not entirely sure actually how much that one is. The amount of highlighter I use, this is going to last me probably about 6 years, so that probably was worth the money. I have already got mascara on, so I'm not going to put any on, but this is the Dior mascara and it comes with the maximizer, which is like a lash primer serum. I really do like this. It's really good for your lashes as well. This just coats it in like a little serum first, keeps them nice and healthy. This is a really nice mascara. I don't find that it prints. I think this is about £38, which I actually think is pretty good with your serum as well. I do kind of switch between, so I have my Maybelline, which has been my favourite for about 10 years, literally like £6. I do switch between them. Sometimes I use that one, and sometimes, normally if I'm going out, things like that, I will use this one. Definitely if you're looking for a little bit more of a luxury mascara, I would definitely recommend this. On to lips. This is probably half. I don't know where all my others are. I do love the Dior lip stuff, I'm not gonna lie. This is the Dior Addict Maximizer. So these are like your lip plumping ones. This is a slightly darker shade, and then I have a couple in like the clear. I think one's like almost a bit glittery as well. I really like them. I always find they look so nice over lipsticks as well when you want like a nice gloss over the top. They are a really good little lip gloss. I use my other ones to absolute death. These are £33, so they are still a little bit more expensive than like your Summer Fridays, your Rhode, Gisou, but I will continue to buy them because I actually do love them. That also goes for the lip balms as well. So these are £33 too. You've got berry. This one is rosewood, and this one is pink. What's this one? I don't even use that one. I pretty much keep one of these in my bag no matter where I go, because honestly they just come in handy so much. Absolutely love the packaging on them. I just feel like they're really classy and cute. They are, again, something that I will definitely continue buying, would definitely recommend. I'm going to put a bit on actually. I'm going to go for a bit of the berry today, which looks so dark, but it doesn't come out that dark. And that is the berry all on. So that is the majority of my makeup with only Dior products. I feel like it looks good. I like it. My skin looks nice, complexion looks good. I'm happy with it. Do I think Dior is worth the money? I do. The majority. Some things not so much. The thing I find with Dior is you do pay a higher price, but I feel like everything lasts me so much longer than my other makeup bits. I forgot this blusher. So this is the powder blusher. It is the Rouge Blush. And I'm not even joking, I've had this for well over a year, and that is still how much is left of it. I prefer this one to the other one that's in like has like the clear lid. These are much nicer, like deeper colours. Pop a bit of that. I can't believe I nearly forgot my blusher. Don't get me wrong, I do feel like some of the makeup products are slightly higher than I'd like to see or like to buy, but some are also quite reasonable as well. I feel like with the Dior skincare, that needs to be like you are making an investment into your skincare. Honestly, the stuff is amazing, but you've got to be ready to make that investment into your skincare, if that makes sense. But yeah, they are all the Dior products that I own, and what I would rebuy, what I wouldn't. And another thing for me is I absolutely love the service you get from Dior, and I always have. Even when you're going into Dior counters in other stores, the ladies on there are honestly the nicest women. They're so helpful, so friendly, and I just love that. They know what products you like, and it just feels like a bit more of a personal experience, especially when you're spending more money. The same with online as well. I find the Dior like freebies and little gifts that they give are actually so good. So yeah, that's my face full of Dior today. Hope you found the video useful, especially if you've had anything that you were thinking about buying or trying. I actually had so much fun doing this. I hope you like having a different style video this week. If you want me to go back to vlogs, just let me know. Obviously this is just personal preference. I'm not a makeup artist. I always love watching these types of videos, especially if I'm thinking about buying something, just hearing people's different opinions and reviews. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you can, and I will see you on the next video.